Let me turn the sound on also in OPTC. I see it's off. Alright, cool. So it is Kizuna Clash time versus Black Maria. Get some water. Throat is a little dry. Yeah, once again, fortunately, there was no work available for me, so I had to do, I did some more stuff that I needed to do around the house, though, before the stream, and y'all know I said in yesterday's stream, I had the problem sleeping the night before, so that's why, this stream is a little later in the afternoon than we usually do Treasure Cruise streams. So we got some assist we can do for our alliance members. We'll do this one first since they're the lowest rank. So jumping into the Kizuna Clash, let me switch over to the iPad where I got like my order of specials wrote down, and also I want to credit the Japanese OPTC community member who made these teams. I made a slight change to this team, and I'll let y'all know what it is. Suuyanman, shout out to them on X or Twitter, a Japanese OPTC poster and stuff like that. They always make like teams for. They're one of the community members on the Japan like Twitter side. They'll post like their team stuff like that. So this is the team that they cooked up for this one. The only change I made in this team is I put in this Mr. Zero Miss All Sunday Kizuna Legend. You can replace them with the Kizuna Legend Chopper, which the Memories of Straw Hat's Chopper. He is a Kizuna Legend, but he's also free to play. You can get him in story mode. When you beat Drum Kingdom, you'll get the challenge. When you beat the challenge one, then you'll get that chopper for free. So you can replace this character with them. The reason why I ran with them is, well, it's come on, y'all know Robin's my favorite character, and Robin and Crocodile both I like way better than I like Chopper. But also, I've said this before in the past, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, everybody has their own and different takes on the game, stuff like that. This is the best Kizuna Legend, in my opinion. And that's because this character synergizes so well with Luffy, Bonnie, Kuma, and we know how strong they are for several reasons. It's an egghead tagged unit. It's egghead unit. Kuma helps trigger stuff for this character, because as you see, like, you need Kuma to be able to trigger the super type, stuff like that. Obviously, being Robin, it synergizes good with any Luffy, any other Straw Hats, and you know, Luffy and Bonnie, they have super tandem. This character has super tandem boost, which is triggered by Paramecia type, so it would work from Luffy and Bonnie's. So this is just a great character, and their special and everything is really good. They have a great captain ability, and they're a captain shift character, which captain shift is underrated in how strong captain shift is. And they have good like crewmate abilities too, like making 2 slots matching for cerebral and strikers, as well as just completely removing remove sound effects. So they're just like, this is, in my opinion, the best Kizuna Clash Legend. Again, that's just my opinion. You may disagree, and if so, it's totally fine. I need to change their sockets. I just realized, like, I don't know why they have, like, map damage resistance, but they can be replaced with the chopper. If you use the chopper, use either this Brook support or the support rare recruit Bartolomeo to help survive the death hit. But yeah, Suuyanman, I made both teams from them. So, and both of these teams, they require Kuma as a friend captain. So super easy to like find stuff. You don't have to worry about finding like Robin and Saul friend captains, stuff like that. So we'll go ahead, we'll jump into it now and show off how these teams work and stuff like that. Yeah, let me grab Kuma. I believe Brooke or that Bartolomeo, if you use him instead of Brooke, are the only supports that are needed. I think the other ones are just for like some extra damage. So I don't think you need them. But we'll look as we like get into it here. If you do run Crocodile and Miss All Sunday, they do need to be in the middle left slot to trigger their captainship. So just keep that in mind. And they need to be Robin in the middle left slot. So just keep that in mind. So we'll use Saturn first. He's going to give us full board matching slots, removing the paralysis and the paralysis slots. He gives us a chain boundary, which we'll need for the next stage. Then we can go ahead and use Uta. That also triggers Uta's super type. So Uta buffs the chain boundary. And go ahead and trigger her super type just to get the rainbow slots will do more damage now. So now they're like a 2.75 multiplier for the rainbow slots. And then super swap into Usopp and Lilith and trigger their special. This will give us an attack buff that we'll carry into the next stage. And the Clover support, he just multiplies our attack buff. So you don't need him, but he does give you extra damage. The Garling support, again, you don't need him, but he gives you a chain multiplicative buff for this stage. And the Garling support is just so good for any of the 5 Elders or any of the 12th Annie characters. Because, yeah, he gives you a chain multiplicative buff, but he also gives you 15% of his base stats to that character. So he's a great support. Ever since, like, 12th Annie, I've used Garling on any team that I'm using, any 5 Elder or any 12th Annie legend. So from here, you'll go ahead and trigger Kuma. So you see when we beat Who's Who, he cuts our health in half. So, you know, you want to go ahead and exhaust Kuma, like, get to use him twice and whatever. That'll give us a heal because Black Maria has a death hit on this stage also. So Uta will give us another heal. We have overhealing available, which is important to note because when we captain shift here, we will lose Uta's HP modifier for the crew, but because we have overheal, we don't lose any health. And when we're Crocodile and Robin as the captain, when we're Crocodile and Robin as captain, they will, they have built into their captain ability just an additional 20% damage reduction. So we can go ahead and trigger their super type 2. Don't disable their switch, because like I said, we want that damage reduction. Then we can use Luffy and Bonnie now. So that would be the order you do it and then attack. Obviously, the support we were doing, they only had 1 HP left. But you see, Robin and Crocodile, they also inflict that weakness. Weakened status through immunity. What you need either them or Chopper for is their Cerebral. They include a listed character that would trigger, like you get like the Super Tandem from like Luffy and Bonnie and stuff like that. And they also, they're there to remove when you get to past level 30 the defense up. Both Chopper and that Robin and Crocodile, they remove the enemy's defense up and allow you access to the support to get the damage reduction to survive, like the death hit easier. But again, Robin and Crocodile, they just provide you with a lot better stuff if you have access to them. In general, they synergize so well with those two legends. And we can go ahead and... There's something else I wanted to say about this team, or... No, I can't remember. I felt like there was something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, as you can see, easy fight. There's no, like, issue clearing this stage. Oh, the other thing about Robin and Crocodile is they are... If you use them instead of Chopper, yes, they're cerebral, so they get all the buffs that you're, like, adding on with the team and stuff like that. But also, that Chopper, I think he's Free Spirit. I know he's Int, but I think his other type is Free Spirit. His other class is Free Spirit. This way, your other type, or you would get type advantage because Crocodile's Strength, but you also get, you would hit the enemy's weakness because you're Striker. So just keep that in mind. And if you, you need to carry your attack and, chain boundary into the next stage. Cause I can't remember if it's this fight or the other fight. One gives you, like, a really bad chain boundary and attack. The other one has, like, an interrupt, I think, if you do, like, chain boundary. And this one has... Yeah, I think this one does an interrupt if you do chain. And also has, the, intimidation for attack buffs, so... Yeah, we can go ahead and, like, exhaust, like, everything we can do with Kuma. You don't need to proc Saturn's EX. All it does is just makes him super driven. Because it does apply, like, the increased damage versus, like, the weakness, but we're not... The enemy's weak to Striker. He only applies the buff to Driven and Cerebral, so it wouldn't even apply. Do we even need to use their super type? We need to see. Increases increased damage taken. Nah. And she doesn't even have a barrier, so we already have, like, super strength from Uta, so we're good. Yes, that's like a super, super, super easy fight. I love Captain Shift. It is such like a underrated mechanic. It's just very, very, very good. Like, yeah, we had like characters that would let you switch into the captain spot before and stuff like that, which is also like underrated. And really helpful, but Captain Shift just adds a lot more to it. It's like, it's funny, Captain Shift is like super make this character the captain for X amount of turns. And I say that because, you know, we have super type, super class, super tandem boost, super everything, super pirate rumble. Super switch. I'm surprised they didn't name it like Captain Shift, like Super Captain Swap or something like that. You know, it's very interesting they actually didn't name that Super, but that leaves the door open. Funny enough, for there to be a Super Captain Shift, which would just be like ridiculous. All right, so we can go ahead and get cooking here. So for this stage, all you need to do is just activate Kuma. You can go ahead and do you exhaust Kuma here? Yeah, you do. The Kuma that's on your crew, by the way, as y'all saw. Use him. So once we get to Black Maria here, we're gonna go through using Kuma and Bonnie's their full kits first. So Kuma, Bonnie, EX, EX, and Kuma Bonnie again. Now we can just work our way through. Using the other characters now. Obviously, it doesn't matter the order that we switch these. As y'all can tell, we're going to get even more damage on in this fight. So we had Rush, we got Super Tandem, 2 Super Tandem boost, and then a final tap. So on top of like all the buffs we already stacked. So you can actually go for a long time with this team. I think you can with the other one too. Like I don't think you would have any issues running these teams all the way to the end. Like obviously if you can find like a Robin or Saul friend captain, like use them just to get more points and stuff like that, but I didn't even want to like mess with it, just because like y'all know me, I'm the biggest Robin fan, but I was very disappointed in the Robin and Saul's kit. I think the artwork's great. I think like I had a feeling like Robin and Saul was going to be a dual unit because I just felt like that would just be make the most sense and be like I just thought it would be like appropriate, like that scene and everything about like it would denote having a legend and stuff like that. But I was just really disappointed in the kit, and that's funny because it's coming from me, and y'all know like I'm the biggest like Robin fan. Like she's not just my favorite One Piece character; she's my favorite character in any anime and manga. So initially, when I saw the announcement, I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" Like this is exactly what I thought it was going to be. I thought Kizuna was going to be Robin and Saul, and then I saw the kit and like read what the kit was, and I was like, "This is really bad." Like it was terrible. I don't know why they did Robin like that, but it's just not a good character. I don't even remember what the Rare Recruit Robin's mom what her kit was. I just know like it enabled everything with like Robin and Saul. to be like more like viable, but still like. Yes, well, captains. This might be the first time I've ever used this Christmas Uta on like a regular content team. Obviously, like I keep her on my strength team in Pirate Rumble, but this might be the first time like I've ever used her in like normal content. I know the Dex one I've used before in normal content because of her ability to remove like silence and stuff like that. But I don't remember ever using the Christmas one. Also, if y'all can't tell, chat, I am still like, even though like I did get like sleep, I slept a lot better and more last night. I still feel like dead, tired, and drained right now, if y'all can't tell. So that being said, like, why we're like streaming through these, I don't know if we're going to stream tomorrow or not. And the reason why I say that is because I'm hoping work's available tomorrow, because I'll definitely need to make up for time lost yesterday of no work being available. And I don't know if it's going to be available today after the stream. I hope it is. But if not, then there's like even more time I'm going to have to make up. So I want to work as much as I can whenever it is finally back available. Which hopefully, like, that'd be great if it was tomorrow. But I'm also saying, like, if it's not available, would I stream again tomorrow? Like, it does help me, like, obviously, like, I do my best in this, try to, and stuff like that. So I'm like, well, if I can't do the one work, I might as well, like, work on, like, you know, this, helping, like, growing the stream and stuff like that. So maybe we'll do another afternoon one tomorrow. But if, like, I get work during the daytime, I don't know if I would stream that night because of how, like, tired I feel right now. Like, I will say this, at least yesterday, like I told y'all, like, I was not going to stream last night. But then, because there was no work, I was like, okay, well, I wasn't planning on, like, streaming at night because I wanted to, like, get to bed and stuff, but I can go ahead and do this during the daytime and whatever. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. Like I said, if it's daytime and there's no work available, then I've done so much around the house already over today and yesterday that I just couldn't foresee me having anything else that, like, actively needs to be done. So, like, maybe I would stream. Yeah, I know I could, like, rest or, like, take a break or something like that, but it's just like it's hard for me to do stuff like that. And I know a lot of people are like that. Like, I'm the last person who gives myself any kind of slack. Like, if I can go without taking a day off of, like, stuff, I will. I know that's not healthy and stuff like that, but that's just me. And I know a big part of that's like my autism, because, like, I'm trying to constantly be going and doing stuff. And when there's times like this where it's like I have a schedule and, like, plans to work, but the availability of work isn't up to me, so, like, sometimes there's times like this where it changes and it's not there, then I feel, like, kind of frantic of, like, having to do stuff, and, like I want to, like, catch up, or, like, I feel guilt of, like, losing time. I know other autistic people, they feel, like, the same way and stuff like that, so. But yeah, that all that was to say, thank y'all for always bearing with me and knowing, like, that because of my autism, like, sometimes I have hard times, like, conveying what I'm thinking and stuff like that. And really had to, like, explain myself to make sure, like, I'm being understood and stuff like that. Hang on a second. What's the lowest number here from my teammate? Five is okay. Yeah, so if the work's not available tomorrow, because I had to get caught up on like some of the sleep that I lost and stuff like that, from the prior day. So I didn't get up like early today, but I'm gonna get up early tomorrow to try and like catch the work. So if after like I have like breakfast or like lunch and like I still haven't been able to get any work, like I said, there's not like really anything I've left to do around the house. I feel like currently, kind of like caught up on all that stuff. Other than like brush them, like they do need to be brushed really bad. But I'll probably try and do that before I give them their DINNER tonight. But if we do the stream tomorrow during the daytime, if we do, then it would definitely be SAO. We would just continue doing Ancient Apostles 2, 3, 4, and then before we start the 5th one, we would probably do the DLC. Like I saw at the recommendation of people online said like that was the order to do them in. So the Ancient Apostles, it didn't take long to do the first one. So we probably would finish the other 3 in one stream. Obviously barring like any changes to my hip or back and stuff like that. But so we'll do that. If like I work tomorrow, if it is available, and then like I'm like, okay, well now I'm gonna stream like tomorrow night for some reason. Like maybe I got the energy or whatever. It would either be SAO still, or since it would be nighttime, maybe Samurai Showdown, because I've been wanting to play Samurai Showdown, like I said, since I got it when it was like on sale. You get like the whole game and all the DLC for like $8 a while back. I just still haven't got to play it yet. But I wouldn't want to do a fighting game during the day. I would want to do that like more late afternoon, like night, just to make sure, like, give it the best chance of people being online and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, this was a easy Kizuna to like build for, cause like, let me check here real quick on this one. Striker Cerebral Powerhouse, and what was the other one? It was Strength and Int. Cerebral's just such a good team. Like, there's just so many like good Cerebral characters you can pull together, and a lot of Cerebral characters happen to be it. You can also like work them together in that way. And with the combination of like Luffy, Bonnie, Kuma, that opens up like such a strong like building block, basically. Starting point, what I'm gonna say. Yeah, we can do it. Start. I mean, obviously, I think Everybody knows from this point that like combining like Luffy, Bonnie, Kuma is just busted. They're such a fun team to use. And I've used this Robin and Crocodile with them before in some prior content. That's why I was able to say like, yeah, this character is like phenomenal. Especially if you have this team. But even if you don't have this team, they're good in general. Like that Robin and Crocodile is very strong. Robin and Crocodile each getting like access to good supports and stuff like that. Just a very, 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 I would say, underrated character, because I feel like people knew when they released, they were like, okay, this character is good. But I don't think they realize how good the character is fully now with like the knowledge of the Luffy, Bonnie, Kuma tandem out there. No pun intended about like the Super Tandem and Super Tandem boost. Kuma. Uta. Captain Shift. She's immune to everything but defense down. Interesting. You can't inflict her with defense down. I didn't even realize that. If you check up here, you can see like what their captain ability does. This is their combined one. HP 1.2, attack 5.5, strength and dex matching. Reduces bind by 3 turns, pain by 3 turns, reduces damage taken by 20. If another 7 Warlord is a crewmate, uses a special, increases all enemies' increased damage taken by 1.75, ignoring immunity. Applies the following tags. Boost Baroque's Works and 7 Warlords by another 1.2. And if 4 more Baroque's Works, Paramecia, Logia, 7 Warlords, World Government are on the crew, and a character uses special boost slot effects or type, extends the duration by 1 turn, and adds 0.25 to the buff, like innately. Yeah, unfortunately Kuma is a friend captain, he's not a crewmate, so we can't get that like increased damage taken through immunity, which is another like sick like buff like the character has access to. And like the 3-turn bind removal, the 3-turn pain removal, so if you captain shift them like going into a stage knowing you're going to get either one of those, like that's good. Like removing 3 turns of pain, I feel like usually is enough. I feel like pain is a debuff that you don't ever really have for like a lot of turns. But the 3 turns like bind removal, like that's just good to like innately have. Because then like with sockets, like that's 6 turns of bind like removed. You know what I mean? Which throw on like then like any support, especially like if you throw on something like a Rayleigh or something like that, it removes multiple turns of bind. that can help you like easily get through that stuff. Like if you're using Luffy Bonnie already and you captain shift like them up there to get the bind removal, like I said, you're up to 6 from their captain ability and sockets. And then if you have like Halloween Ace, for example, there's another 3 turns of bind off. So it's just really cool. Or if there's ever a time where it's like you're doing a fight and the if there's ever a time where the enemy inflicts 10 turns of pain, like captain shifting them, they can get off 3 turns of it, so now you're down to 7. And if you're already running a cerebral team and you use like Oiron Yamato, you can remove the final 7 turns of it. So that's like a cool idea. We don't need to think we're clear. The order here. Oh yeah, going through like them. Sorry, from like talking so much, I was like, and being tired. I was like looking at this like, which team in which fight is this? I do want to say this. I know if y'all caught the Monster Hunter stream yesterday, I did mention like some of the stuff I had to do like around the house and like other stuff I had to take care of. I got like groceries and stuff like that, and so I got like the groceries like delivered and like put up and stuff like that after I like shop for them and figured out like everything that I needed. And I had like 2 things of cheer wine on there, but I had like 1 thing of like Coca-Cola. And they brought me 2 things of Coca-Cola in addition to the 2 of cheer wine that I actually did order. And I was like, well, whatever, it was on sale. Like, I wouldn't have got it if it wasn't on sale. It just saves me from having to get more later on, even though I just wanted the 1 thing of Coca-Cola. But then when I checked the bill later, I wasn't charged for that second one, so I'll take it. I'm not gonna say no to the free soda. Sorry, to the free 12 pack of soda. Like, yeah, I'm thanks. But the stuff that I bought yesterday for the nachos and stuff, it was really good. Like, those are some kick-ass nachos. I'm gonna have that for dinner again tonight because I got like, I still have leftovers of it. Because it was like a relatively like big thing of like pico de gallo that like I got. So I got like some fresh pico de gallo from like the produce section. It was really good, so I'm gonna have it today and probably tomorrow for dinner or lunch to finish it up. So that was a cool, like, fun little like meal prep thing. I say meal prep because, like, yeah, I didn't make the food, like, and set it up, like, okay, here's tomorrow's, next day's, today's, blah, 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 blah. But it's like I bought all the ingredients for, like, 3 days of meals. Just have to put them together, but it's just putting together the chips, the queso, and the, pico. What's funny was yesterday, since there never was ever any work that I got to do, I was playing with them after I ate dinner last night, And we had to stop in the middle of playing because I thought he got hurt. I thought he hurt himself. Because we were playing with like the Fisher, and I was like doing it back and forth and like up in the air and stuff like that. And there's one like attachment to it that's like shaped like a spring, and it has like some tassels hanging from it, and he loves chasing that one. And he'll like jump like really high trying to like catch it and stuff like that. And he jumped and he did catch it in the air, but he caught it in the air and like he turned and he started like biting it and kicking it in the air. But he was in the air, so he fell down and he fell and he like thudded flat on his back. Like it made a loud thud on the carpet. And I like stopped immediately. I was like, "Oh my god, like, are you alright? Are you alright?" And he was fine. Like, he wasn't hurting at all. It didn't even seem like it like bothered him, because he was kind of looking like, whoa, 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 like, why am I like petting him and stuff like that, and like checking him out, and like why'd I stop like playing? But it was a loud thud on the ground. I was worried when it happened. I was like, oh shit. It was one of those where it like hurt my back, like hearing it and seeing it. Like I know that's happened to y'all, chat. Like where you see somebody or your pet like get hurt, and you're like, God, that hurt me. Thinking about like that, but no, he seemed fine. Thank God. I was worried when it happened. Let me check something on that team real quick. I don't think that's Kuma support is needed. So, like, let me look at something real quick. What's the Kuma support do again? Just adds another 10% to it, and the affinity, but we already have affinity. And he adds 10% to tap timing, or to your final tap. I mean, just check here real quick. Here we go, defense down. Damn, that's a forever fine. If you use damage on the special, halves it, drastically reduces. Drastically reduces. Drastically more than half? I'm actually curious. Like check real quick the database. Just to see. Alright, let's check support. Here we go, Zoro. 80% damage reduction. It's not bad. And let's see, Frankie. Also 80%. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll equip that. I'm liking that a little bit more than the final tap bonus we're getting from Kuma, so go ahead and we'll throw Frankie on there. Six, 7, 8. Okay, so yeah, this is the lowest one. That's what I was thinking. I thought the last support we did was number 5, but I couldn't remember exactly. The easy Kizuna clash. I actually like not having a super boss Kizuna every time. Well, there's give and take in that. At least like with Super Boss Kizuna, like you get so much more tickets, it's easier to get the rewards. But obviously, like there's the give and take of like it's harder. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, by the way, I cannot believe I'm like tired like this. It kind of caught me off guard. Cause like, I don't know, it was weird. Or it is weird, like, not long after I started this stream, I want to say maybe like 20 minutes into it, I started thinking like, dude, I feel dead, exhausted, like, my god. I know my body's like really fatigued from stress and stuff. Now we do that. Yeah, I started struggling to remember, like, what was the Warrior Easy specials again? Like, yeah, I can't believe I'm this beat. My god. I just keep missing that rush. Not that it matters, like, she's dying so fast, but still, like, I am missing my tap timing on that rush. I like this Super Evolution of Black Maria, by the way. It's really good. She wasn't a bad character to begin with. But her Super Evolution is really, really, really good. I like it. I know, like, they're usually pretty bad with Super Evolutions, but they got hers right. That Inaru one last month was, like, whatever. They did my boy dirty. Finally got like caught up on everything again that I was already caught up on manga wise. I'm still not caught up on New A's Exorcist. I don't know how many chapters I am like back on that, like probably like 20 or something, but so I'm still not caught up on it just yet, but I did get caught up on everything else. Oh, Haley. You see how tired your dad is? He's beat. Let me move that iPad. Let me finish this fight and I will, because I don't need it anymore now that we got our team set up. And now that we know like the order of the specials that we're using and everything. I don't know that S-Snake support is needed. Is she doing anything other than like just inflicting that resistance down? Because like we don't have any strength decks or quick characters on this team. Yeah, I was trying really hard not to like mess up that rush that time, like in my head, and I still fucked it up immediately. Give me a second, Haley. Actually, chat, I can tell y'all right now. While I'm like cutting my iPad off. Again, shout out to suuyanman on Twitter, the Japanese OPTC creator. It's at SUUYANMAN. They have they're a good resource for like teams and stuff like that. Chat. Double check here real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. I am on chapter 125 of New A's Exorcist. So I'm 25 chapters behind, exactly, since they just got to 150. Let me check out this other new series they got. Twilight Blade, since I see it's about an exorcist. In Shonen Jump. Don't know, that's my favorite genre. It's like Onmyoji and stuff like that. Haley, you don't have to leave, I'm moving this for you. She'll be back. She comes back like within like minutes anyway. Since she just wants to be beside me. I kept trying with Rainbow Tavern medals, or Rainbow Tavern medals and the free pull that I would get daily, and I wasn't lucky enough to get any of those dual unit 5 elders, but that's no big deal. They would just been nice to have. Now I'm using my daily pull to still try and get that TM Legend Hyruden. He actually had a really good kit. He was really, really, really good, but I wanted to save my gems and stuff like that. He wasn't good enough where I felt like I needed to get him immediately. But he's definitely one where it's like, I definitely want this character sometime in the future. I love this sprite for her, by the way. Because I was wondering, like, we didn't have a single sprite for Black Maria where she had the fire wheel. Funny enough. And I was thinking, like, well, that'd be, like, good, like, art for her and stuff like that. I don't think her special does this, but, I think she only delays. I might be wrong, but it would have been cool if they made it to where instead she both delayed and inflicted ignited status. That would have been really cool if she did like both. And thematically it would have made sense. That buffs an increased damage taken. I had to like double check. I was like, wait, what does this do again? Why aren't we using it? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Chad. I am stressed out about the work situation, mainly because like of getting the groceries yesterday for both me and the cats. I'm like, this was a lot of money. Like, at least like we're set now. Like the humans are set, the cats are set, but damn, like I'd like to start making back some of what I spent. But it was smart. Like I caught some stuff that was on sale and like ordered it like in like bulk and stuff like that to save up. And like it was perfect to get it like delivered instead of like going to get it because of they had like a promotion in DoorDash where you could get $30 off up to you get 30% off any like grocery order that was like $75 or more up to 30. So I was like, okay, so if you spend 100, you'd only pay like 70. So like that's pretty damn good. Getting $30 off your groceries. I just always try and be like a smart shopper and stuff like that. I know y'all can relate with like how like the cost of living is and stuff now. Like, I trust me, I know like I'm not the only one saying that, chat. Like I know a lot of y'all in the comments will get what I'm saying. Kuma. If for whatever reason, if I don't stream tomorrow, if I either am working or if I just need like a mental health day from all the work I've been doing, or not from all the work I've been doing, from like, well, yeah, work around the house and like just stuff in general. Just if I actually give myself a break, that's what I'm trying to say. Then I wanted to let y'all know that Sunday I'm going to be going to the boobies to see a preview of those first 3 episodes of the final season of Bleach. I'd say final season of Bleach because, like, if y'all saw the rumors, you know that soon the Hell arc is supposed to be getting, like, put in Shonen Jump soon. Which, if so, that would be phenomenal. What's up, Haley? Hang on 1 second, Haley. Actually, like, finally did that rush correctly. I see you smiling. She said, yeah, I'm happy to move that damn iPad and wedge. Good girl. More like for runs. I could do 11 more runs with what I have right now. Yeah, grab your tail. Good girl. Good girl. You sweet little cat. I hope you let me brush you after the stream. Well, either way, you're gonna let me brush you. I should have brushed them before I vacuumed, but I had to vacuum, like, again, when I could. I was like, well, I got the time to, like, do shit around the house. Let me go ahead and, like, get this done. So I went ahead and I, like, vacuumed, because I needed to, because early this morning, he had a hairball. That's how I know they need to be brushed. And right after I had fed them their breakfast, he threw up all of it. So he's going to be hungry when it's time to eat later. When I was getting caught up with everything else I was reading, though, I did get caught up with that new chapter of Berserk. And it was really good. I just can't wait to see, like, the next, like, how many chapters are they going to do in a row? 3 or 4? Like, it's like, you're going to need to see, like, the whole thing to get, like, give a full, like, thought on it and stuff like that. But the final panel in it was really cool, with it showing, like, Guts and Griffith and saying, like, you two both are, like, of this world and of the astral world, just because of, like, the experiences in your life and what's happened to you and stuff like that. It was really interesting, them saying, like, Guts, because you were born when you were born from your mother's death, like, you were already, like, the second you were born, you were already associated with, like, death and stuff. So it was kind of like saying, like, that's why all this bad shit's been happening to you. It's trying to say, like, he was like a magnet for, like, stuff from the astral world because of that. So I thought it was, like, really interesting stuff. And it was, like, a cool, like, chapter, interesting seeing, like, Guts, like, kind of battle with, like... he was having like an inner battle with his own like violence, so to speak. Because you could tell he was feeling like kind of like remorseful for like all the shit he's done, like in terms of like war and like hunting apostles and stuff like that. Not that like he did the wrong thing, but it was like he seemed like remorseful of like his actions. Like there was a better way to have handled it than just being as like violent as he is and stuff like that. And then, of course, he had the guilt of like, if I'd never met the Band of the Hawk, like they would all be alive and stuff like that. And I got this is probably a hot take for Berserk, but man, I hate the Band of the Hawk, with the exception of, I'm not counting Guts in that, with the exception of like Griffith, Casca, and dude, who's the only other one that's alive? What's the boy's name? Rickert? Rickett? I can't remember what his name is. It's one of those two. I think it's Rickett. I like the three of them. And I will say this though, during like when it's the Band of the Hawk is all together and shit like that, I didn't care about Rickert then. But I did after the fact. Like seeing him as the only other survivor, and like when he goes and like confronts Griffith and stuff like that, like then I was like, all right, man, I really messed with him. It was after the fact, after the eclipse, then I'm like, okay, I like Rickett. But the other ones, like, dude, I could give a fuck about them, man. Like, I don't give a shit about them. I know that's probably a hot take because I know people like Serpico, but I could give a shit. Isn't that the boy's name? Dude, I'm being serious. I can't even remember the dude's name now. I know there was like the big guy. There was the shitty guy, which if you liked him, like that you need to do some self-reflecting. That's your character in Berserk. And then there was not Rickett, but the other smaller guy. What is his name? Serpico, or am I tripping? I don't know. Maybe I'm just too tired. Now I'm starting to second guess, like, was that the boy's name or not? Yeah, I could give a fuck about the Band of the Hawk. Like, story-wise, I appreciate them for being plot devices for Griffith becoming a villain. Because you had to have the eclipse for him to get to where he is. But character-wise, they're kind of meaningless to me. They're there for plot progression. Man, like I said, that may be a hot take. It might not be, but y'all know I have like a lot of like anime hot takes. Again, you don't have to agree with me, you know, it's just my opinion. That electric car is loud as shit outside. Like, it was still like, y'all know how electric cars that they like hum and stuff like that, but they was like doing it so loud. Very sweet, Alias. Very, very, very sweet of you. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. You're being so good right now. That means you're going to be terrible later, doesn't it? That's usually how it goes. If she's being so sweet right now, same with him, that means later they're going to be, like, fighting and trying to, like, sound like they're, like, killing each other. finally getting close to the end of, like, Naruto. Like I said, I know in general most of what happens. I just never have fully seen the ending of the anime. And I got to the part where Madara, like, becomes, like, Kaguya. And I was like, I can see why so many people have complained about this in the past. Because, like, yeah, they didn't need to do that. Madara was already established as such a phenomenal, like, S-tier villain. Like, everything was just set up so right and so perfect. We didn't need... Like, there wasn't a need or a reason to pivot to Kaguya. I just felt like... I've seen that, like, complaint from a lot of people in the past, but... Yeah, I was just like... Now, seeing it for myself, I'm like, I get what they were saying, because, like... I don't think we needed that either. But I don't know, I got 40 episodes to go, so I'll have to see. Like, right now it's doing that, like, flashback of, like, explaining who the hell Kaguya is and stuff like that. So I saw where she, like, came from the moon and whatever, and put all them people in the infinite Tsukuyomi. And the next episode is going to be about, the Sage's Six Paths and his brother. Because it ended with her, like, putting them in the infinite Tsukuyomi and, like, being pregnant with twins. So, we'll see. Yeah, I think I have 40 episodes to go. I'm just wanting to know, since now it went to this flashback, like, I'm still wanting to know, like, is Obito dead or not? Like, he hasn't moved since Black Zetsu left him. So I'm just wondering, I'm like, is the boy dead? This cat's just like, she's just funny. She's a funny little cat. I see you looking. Hey. I see you looking. And I hear you purring also. Saturn. I'm glad they super evolved Black Maria, not Usu or Sasuke. Sasuke probably needed it the most because he's just terrible. Probably one of the worst released legends in the game. But I mean, who's nothing to write home about either. Black Maria was the only one that was like worth a damn out there. 3. I just want a Ifrit Sanji Super Evolution. That's what I want. I think that would be cool to get. I know a lot of people want like Zoro and Sanji like to super evolve and stuff like that, but I mean, they're already so strong as is. Like, I would like a super evolution for them too. I just think like that's probably further away than people hope. I would like it if the next Super Sugofest, a Super Evolve, I would like it to be like Ifrit Sanji. I think that would be cool. I can't believe I'm tired like this. It just keeps like surprising me, chat. Alright, I know we have one more support for our alliance member. And so other than that, I need to see after this how many more runs I can do right now. I don't need to activate anybody else. I was trying to figure out, like, what do I do now? Kuma. Waifus. Do they require, or they provide so much healing? By the way, if you make this team, I don't believe you need the waifu unit to be level limit break 5, because mine is just like not level limit break. I think they're only on like 1. So just keep that in mind. Do 7 more runs, okay. Let me check real quick and make sure, like, does their special even change? Yeah, captain ability and special changes. So you see, I'm running them on like 1. What does S Snake do here? Reduces defense up by 1 turn. Then I'm assuming we do need that on there. Actually, I don't even see... Yeah, the enemy doesn't get like defense up, so you actually don't need that support. What does this support do? Use paralysis to spare. 7 turns of paralysis. Who's even our paralysis remover on this team? Wait, is this Versatech removal? Yeah, reduce it by 5, okay. But don't they remove it also? Yeah, reduces paralysis by 8 turns, so I don't think either of those supports are needed. Funny enough. I'm gonna leave them there just until I clear past 30 in case like I'm missing something. Because those are the supports that they had on those units, but I don't think those are needed. We don't have any strength, dex, quick characters, and I didn't see the enemy get defense up. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait until like I get to level 31 and see like for myself like, okay, what are these doing, if anything? But just keep that in the back of mind. You might not need that Sanji or Esme support. Saturn. Uta. I cannot believe how like useful this Usopp and Lilith is. Alright, Kuma, Uta. We can captain shift. Actually, I need to look and see something real quick. I just thought about something when I changed my support there. Back here and let me look at the Dex team. Okay. Yeah, I was like, let me make sure like there's no defensive effects. I'm supposed to bypass since I did change my support. But no, like it's fine. All right, number 8. Probably the last assist we get to do. To help like my alliance members. The other assist requests are still there. If I want to do them to get like tickets and stuff like that, I'm just gonna think about it because it does like help that alliance get further. Okay, I can move Haley. It was just a small move in my leg I did. Alright, Kuma, Bonnie. Kuma again. Bonnie again. Emmett. Alright, cool. Now we can go KO. Sweet. Alright. On to the next one. Just need to check something again real quick. For this fight, you get with that death hit. I don't need this perk support on here, do I? I was about to say, doesn't there switch effect? No, I'm tripping. Okay, I thought like probably did damage reduction like with their switch effect. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that because I was like, do I need this perk support? Weird. I don't know why I was thinking that. I was confident too. I was like, will they get damage reduction? Dude, how many times am I going to click on like Bonnie. Instead of like Kuma. Damn. I guess I'm used to like you would take them as a captain instead, but what's up, baby? Smell something? Alright, let's go ahead and knock out these last couple runs and stuff. We've been streaming for like an hour and a half. Like I said, whenever we do OPTC, I like to try to get to like 2 hours, barring how like my back and hip feel. But health-wise, like I feel fine right now. It's just that I feel ridiculously tired, and it's making me like mentally, like my autism, how tired I am. It's making me feel like, dude, I want to do like nothing. Like I need to just like stop for the day. It's weird. It doesn't feel like when I'm going into like an autistic shutdown. That's a different kind of thing. But it is giving me that feeling where like we've talked about this before, chat, where sometimes my autism, I'll just be like, okay, I need to be alone now with like the stuff that like I like and am interested in. Like, not that I don't like Treasure Cruise or don't like streaming stuff like that, but it's like it just, I need to have that time to like calm my brain for how it is with like my autism and stuff, if that makes sense. Like I'm starting to get like that kind of feeling is what I'm trying to say. But I'm gonna try and like keep going until either we have done all that we can do in Kizuna right now, or we get to the 2 hour mark. Either way, since that's less than a half hour, so I'm trying to just hold on till then. Excuse me. But of course, just liking to keep like that honest with y'all. That Robin and Crocodile Kizuna Legend is so good with the combination of Luffy, Bonnie, Kuma, because they also can give the weakened status through immunity. They have a chance to give increased damage taken through immunity, which of course like Bonnie can provide conditional buffs to both of those. And then even though they're not a Straw Hat character, because that's when Robin was still in Baroque Works, they are an Egghead tag character, so they would still be able to go through defensive effects with Luffy and Bonnie's special. They're just phenomenal character to have. Alright, Saturn. Buta. I am very excited though to see these the preview of the first three episodes of Bleach. I think that's gonna be really cool. I always love going to the movies chat because y'all know me. Like I've talked about this before. Like my favorite like snack and what I always have when I'm at my anime night is I have like caramel corn or some kind of like popcorn like that with like some kind of like flavor, like drizzle or coating, stuff like that. That's just what I like. There's like sweet popcorn and at the AMC they have like really good like caramel corn. That's a it's a dark caramel, so it has like a real like rich taste. But it's very flavorful. It's not just like straight up like just sweet or stuff like that. It has a really like strong like kind of taste to it. It's good. I like it a lot. I did have some good popcorn that I got from Target though. That was there was a favorite day brand. Dude, it was out this world, chat. It said it was like funnel cake flavor, but it literally tasted like it tasted like cinnamon twist from Taco Bell flavor. It was so good. Cool. This team like runs and looks like a super boss team. Funny enough, right, especially when you get to the final stage, you see how many like buffs we're like stacking on and stuff. Lucy, Bonnie, EX. EX. Kuma again. Bonnie again. Waifu. EX. Emmett. EX or Super Tight. And Zoro, and then Versus. Yeah, like look at all this shit we have like stacked for us. Like, yeah, this definitely looks like a super boss team. Absolutely annihilates her. What the hell is making that noise outside? Alright, we got 3 more runs to do. We'll knock out the 3 runs and then we'll probably stop there. It'll probably be a little bit before we get to the 2-hour mark, but that's fine. Okay. Yeah. I was like, yeah, y'all can see like I'm like my brain is like definitely getting like exhausted because I was like, even though like we've been like repeating this like these two fights, I was looking at that like, what the fuck do I do here? In what order? I was like, huh? Alright, cool. I hear that outside, Haley. I don't know what that is. Well, your brother just woke up. Hey, Oscar. Did you wake up because you hear that noise outside? Or did you wake up because it's 30 minutes past when y'all normally have dinner? They don't know that when I finish this stream, they're gonna get brushed before they get here. Well, she don't. He doesn't. You might be able, if you're lucky, you might get to brush him, but he thinks you're playing, so he tries like biting the brush and shit. But she's the one who has problems like with fur building up and stuff like that. He's good about that. I just gotta remember this time when I brush them to actually use the shampoo on the brush. I forgot to just brush them, because that does help prevent like build up and their dander and stuff like that. Kuma. Bonnie. Kuma again. Bonnie again. Emmett next. And then Zoro. Alright. So this next one will be the final one then. Unless we have an assist from... We don't have one from an alliance member, so I'll just sweep those both for right now. I'll just worry about them after I see how I'm doing with my need for a ticket. Yeah, I see you stretching, Austin. You saw Dad stretch? I'm almost done, buddy. I'm about to be wrapping up. Hey, bud, be careful you jump up there. Your sister's right there. Alright, so Saturn. I didn't mean to super switch them yet, but it doesn't matter. Hey, bud. Alright, HP cut. I knew she was gonna run as soon as he jumped up there. Even if he was nowhere near her. Oh shit, I accidentally like tapped there. Yeah, we might die though from the death hit. We have no damage reduction. Oh well. Well, that's a good time to end. Well, I'll send a request for somebody to finish that fight for me then. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention because I was talking and stuff like that, but no biggie. That's a good time to stop. We cleared, what, 22? We're on 23 right now? Thank y'all so much for stopping by and joining the stream. Wish y'all the best of luck in your Kizuna Clash runs and your pulls if you try and get the Robin and Saul. Otherwise, I will catch y'all possibly tomorrow for an SAO stream. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll figure it out. Hope y'all have a good rest of your day, and I will catch y'all later. Thanks again, everybody.